Hey guys, as I said in my video last week, I had pre-recorded that because I was going to a camping trip with my old college club called Feast. So today I figured I'd talk about the LARP that we did at Feast because it was actually pretty fun. So the LARP was a 50s murder mystery sort of thing with a Cthulhu-esque twist. So the premise was that we were all at a manor that was owned by the deposed king of Albania, and so there were a group that were loyalists to the previous king. Um, we had one player who was that previous king. We had one group who were the New York mob, because this took place in New York State, and they had come to try and get the king to finance their operations. And then we had one group who were people who had snuck in and were basically there to steal things. Um, so my character was one of those looters who had snuck in to steal things. Specifically, my character was called the Halloween Heister, and he was an art thief who was there to take as much art as he possibly could and then run. Um, so my character wore a rather ridiculous suit. That is to say, this lovely thing. Um, and my reasoning for that on my character sheet was that every October was when I would do my art heists, and I would wear crazy costumes or ridiculous outfits so no one knew what I actually looked like. Um, so I wore that with a crazy wig, and it was fun. But anyway, so I had to sneak around, not get caught stealing the art from the wall gallery that they had set up, and escape. This is while the mob is shaking people down for money and things. Other people are trying to steal the same things I want and other stuff. There's the loyalists trying to cause things, and then we didn't know this until the end when it was announced, but there was an entire group within the groups that were cultists trying to do a ritual to basically cause everybody to go crazy and kill everything. Um, so that was a twist that we did not see coming until the very end when it almost succeeded. But I successfully managed to sneak around for the entire game, getting spotted only twice when I wanted to be, despite wearing that ridiculous suit, which I love, by the way. I love that suit. It's great. And my character was the only character to achieve all of their goals, that being stealing two of the most expensive paintings and stealing a replica of sorry, stealing a replica of one of the other most expensive paintings, because my goals were to steal art or steal um, references for forgeries. But yeah, so I snuck around for like over an hour in that suit, not getting spotted, snuck in, took art off the wall, nobody saw me do it, left, grabbed, found one guy that I wanted to talk to who had the replica, bought that off him for cheap, and then hid for another like 40 minutes or so, and then found the GM and said, "Hey, my character's achieved his goals. Can I run?" Because we were supposed to have to wait for a vehicle that was the only way on and off the property to be fixed. But the GM had also specifically said that if we achieved our goals and were willing to run, we could attempt it. So he looked at my character sheet, looked at my willpower, did a thing with an app he had on his phone, and said that I had succeeded my will save and was not sucked back in by the mysterious forces that were causing everyone to have been sucked into this situation to begin with. So my character ran. That was the end of my LARP. About 20 minutes later, the LARP itself actually finished, and he was given the whole final story. So the loyalists summoned a ghost of one of their former kings, who was supposed to give them the power to take back Albania and make it back to its former glory. Then the cultists attempted to hijack that ritual, and cause the magical energies that were supposed to be bringing this king back to mess up and send out a wave of energy that would make everybody with a certain level of willpower or lower go into a murderous rampage for the rest of their lives, killing everybody else, and then each other. And so it was very, very close, but the loyalists managed to succeed over the cultists, and so we didn't all die. But it was a very, very fun LARP. I'm just giving you the bare details because I was not around for some of the more other interesting things that happened as I was sneaking around. But highlights include 6 murders by the cultists in order to be able to affect the ritual. A person stealing a replica of the most expensive piece of art from the art gallery area. Then another person finding the actual version of that, the real one, hidden in a different area of the camp, bringing it back to the art gallery to get it appraised, and getting killed by the guards for returning to the scene of the crime. That incident is actually how I managed to sneak in and get my stuff, because she ran and they chased her and left the place unguarded. But it was a very fun LARP. One of the better ones we've had at Feast, and the rest of the weekend was really, really fun. It was nice seeing a bunch of people that I haven't seen for a while, and I had a really good weekend. So that's my story for today. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.